come through. You know what I'm saying? Over here, I do live streaming, advertising, video graphic design, editing, music placement, etc. Got different package deals and stuff of that nature. But come over here, lock it in with me. Depending on what you got going on, maybe we could do a live stream. Let's talk about it. Or also do consultation of guidance, spiritual guidance and awareness, divine guidance and awareness. You already know the vibes. Let's build. Naga.
Well, alright. 2 times like I heard it twice. Took a deal, took a double price. So fuck it right. You can feel a chill, that's a cold at night. So hold tight. Twisting my thoughts like a hurricane. No gang like Wu-Tang. It's a method, man. A lot of things changed when the money came. Now you serve a cane. Yeah, I'm on the top on another lane. I can feel it deep like it's in my veins. Niggas stay low-key, know me. The boys in the hood, they know me. Look, my nigga, I'll never change. Look in the mirror, what do you see? I see your God, I see your king. I ran the blocks, I ran the streets. Stayed in the club, ran to a key. Woke for the lead, born to a king. Told my nigga he could rest in peace. What up, Slim? What up, Yee? That's a real OG, MAC. This black heart in these cold streets. Shit is deep. Told my nigga he could rest in peace. That's a real OG, that's real.
Going through some changes, did it right again. They don't understand, make them overstand. I ain't in the stands, turn them all to fans. Did what I can, know who I am. I'm going through changes, baby, take your time with me. I'm going through changes, they gon' have to wait and see. Put in the work and I get it, I did it all, just say that I did it. They can't believe that we living the life that we always knew that we be living. Yeah, pull up in Tonga truck. How the fuck did you think it was one of us? I go crazy enough to get patted wall, but I keep that shit tucked like a Smith song. Slap a nigga Will Smith song. I get this shit from the ethers on me. I did it all for the ones that do love me, but they loving people that really don't love them. Yeah, I bounce up and get it. One day I be on it, the next day I really.
Divine rising, supreme rising. Divine evening, supreme evening. Everywhere in the world, wherever you at, right? You already know the vibes. Today's topic is signs and symbols. I am Naga. So we're gonna get into it real quick, right? Yo, cause I know my vibes. I know my vibes every time I go to Bill, right? I know my vibes. So ultimately, like I know what type of energy divine got me dealing with or speaking to at the particular moment, right? I know which ones it is. You know what I mean? So yesterday I didn't feel so overly confident like I always do, and it was because divine was downloading. He was preparing certain things to start taking place. He was putting things together. You know what I'm saying? Like divine was working, and I was like, I was feeling this rip off me. I was feeling this pull and this turn. I was feeling this placement shift. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was crazy because it was tangible. It was real energy. It was almost like removing the frequency and adding one. You know what I'm saying? So what this I laid down like my focus lately has been trying to it's been like yo try to go to sleep like around 9 something, you know what I'm saying, like 9:45 whatever, like 9 9 I'm sleeping on the double ethers, you know what I'm saying, like I fall asleep on the ethers, you know what I'm saying, so I'm sleeping on the nines, knocking myself out at the nines, right, and when I do this I come into for when I come back into my when I come back into my physical, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like it's on a whole nother wavelength. And I know what's being removed. It's the attempts to I ain't gonna say nothing about that because I ain't supposed to be telling y'all about that. Y'all gotta go through your shit. But yeah, I peeped the signs and symbols. So the first thing started taking place. The first thing started taking place. It was almost like it was kind of nerve wracking a little bit because I was like, yo, is this even real right now? It was even really real, like the way it was being said, things that was I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like I felt it. I could feel it, feel it. And it felt great. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, look at this. Look at him go. Look at Divine go. Look at Divine go. Look at you, Divine. I be loving it, yo. This shit crazy, yo. I'm telling you, people like, yo, like I was telling y'all that song yesterday. I heard my peoples out there, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I heard them doing all that. I'm like, word, look at this. They really taunting the divine. Like, you know what? This how it's gonna work. Well, divine said, watch this. Just like that, the frequencies change. Now the mentality starts to kick up. Now people start trying to think more. They start trying to do more in the physical. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna push against the divine. Like, and divine gonna be like, pushing what? Pushing what? I ain't moved. I ain't move a bit. I ain't move. I ain't move a bit. Yo, you dig what I'm saying? Cause that should be crazy. Like, peep game though. Peep game. It's always gonna be you believe that you got some level of strength, right? Some level of value. You know what I mean? Like you got something. See, you know what? It's something I can do. It's nothing you was ever supposed to do. The more you did, the more you leaned on the value of creating the system. You felt good about systematic things through oppression. So because of that, you gave up on divine. Innately to you, you said, well, I'm gonna go serve a little bit over here. You were still sinning. You were sinning to say you would only go on church on Sunday and still not even serving the real pretense of what divine or what Patah was teaching through a church. You wasn't even doing that. So you were still living in a sin. Everything in existence spoke to the value of going against divine. You sitting there teaching your ways of living and your values to your children was going against divine. You thinking the way of being a right person or a man or a woman was going against divine. You telling people certain little things about how you can get through here and how you can scheme this and scheme that. You going against divine in all your negative majesty, all of your disobedience. We were sent here to learn obedience. You were sent here to learn obedience through the value of the natural order things, of how you paid attention to how you move within the natural order of things. People did not like the natural order things, so they went to destroy it and create other orders. Life itself started becoming a sin. It started becoming its own story. It started turning out to be its own retrospect of birthing images into sin, automatically allowing you to walk unbeknownst to you away from divine, no matter how loud you scream to divine, or what you studied, or what you thought you knew, believe or did not believe in, whatever, good, bad, and different, you still walked away. Idiots. But you gangster. I'll kick your ass. Nigga, I got the gun. I'm the man. Man, they lie on me, son. They all over me. All that, all them parts. Everything egofied. Everything prideful. Everything headstrong. Headstrong. You gonna run this earth how you see fit, not how your plan was to see it fit. Speaking to someone, beautiful person, beautiful lady earlier today, and we came to an understanding. She said to me something particularly, and it spoke the word hills. And while she said that to me, this came into my mind. You have hills on your feet. You have hills that you climb. As you heal yourself, It is a hill that you climb as you embed your heels into the ground to climb this hill to heal yourself. That integrity will be met. You will work on that integrity. You will build it, whether you know it or not. Being able to see it in threes is fruition. Just like death happens in threes, positive happens in threes, notification happens in threes. You noticing the truth is three potential similar situations that are labeled lining up your understanding. You have to be able to retrospect. These are signs and symbols. Being patient, understanding that I was going through a transitional aspect and divine was actually stepping in to rearrange the value. Watch how mind blow you on synchronicity. Rearrange the value. I leave my body, go to sleep on double nines, wake up to the people's house I live in, rearranging things in a better way. Unbeknownst to me, just waking up to the sounds of motion, I go out and I see things being put into a better position. The residue of divine energy taking place. Walked into a conversation to where I saw clearly and brightly. I was able to see in the individual how the youth would grow up into them into a particular circumstance, and I was able to speak on that value and illuminate for the glory of the Most High. When you see truth, such a powerful moment. Most will not even comprehend what I'm even speaking on at this moment, is because the sight has to go with the comprehension. The comprehension comes with the understanding. The understanding comes with being able to use the right ears, eyes, and divine connection to see these things. This is signs and symbols. Oh man, very interesting. Very interesting sets of turn of events when you get a chance to study frequency. And there's no books, there's no pointers, there's no computers, there's no crowd, there's no class, there's no teacher, there's just me and my senses that are given to me by the divine to pick up on value. Most of us do have these things, but we are too afraid to separate from the tangible conduits of reality to explain what divine has given us. That is another level of fear. You have to go into a space of nothingness. You have to go into that space where people have turned their backs on you. You have to go into that space where you're just with you and the divine. When you touch the bottom, you will slowly start to ascend. You will hit the bottom and you will start to rise. And as you rise up like effervescence through the thickness of the bottom of the dirt, through the oil, the bubble will gain more oxygen and grow and continue carrying life to the top of the surface. This is me in my meditation, seeing the water close to my face. In my meditation, in my highest self, I am close to the ceiling of going through the ethers. Watching divine beings walk on the etheric water as if there's a beach outside of this dome. They're like, yo, I think he's coming out. I think it's going to come out this time. Such a beautiful time is about to come into existence. I have one of the greatest, most loving hearts. It's crazy. When I looked up at the clock just now, it said 144,000. Always being able to see these synchronicities on a 55, on a 5-5, on change. So change is relevant. That is the value. Look above the screen there, and I see double fours and an 8, which is 44444 44444 4444. I didn't mean to say double eights. It was just 4 fours, but you know, because 8 is 2 fours, so I see 484. I look for the values, and I see it again here at the bottom. I see 8 and I see 2 2s, which is a 4. So that's 3 4s. You know what I'm saying? Sitting next to a 5 5. And oh, I'm wrong. No, that is right. That's 3. It's, okay, yeah. Same difference. Same difference. Because 3 4s is what? 12. There's a 12 next to the 8. Yo, it's crazy, yo. It'd be crazy to me. It just depends on how well you can pay attention to the values. And I love playing with the signs and symbols because after the action, you get to get the relevancy. The relevancy is the actual synchronicities around that that's letting you know that that's there coming or is in a particular direction. So you can see the relevancy of the frequency landing on you by knowing the mathematical values of what's taking place. This is all spiritual connections of universal principles. This is the highest science. This is high science that people try to document so they can rechange the things they've been documenting for years. That's false. You ain't got no book for what I'm talking about. Don't exist. Ain't nothing gonna flip out and tell you about this. Cause divine ain't just giving us up. All y'all gonna get a chance to go through it and be mad because you couldn't see it coming. Remember the video the other day? You won't see it coming. You never see it coming. And they be thinking, see, this is the crazy part, because people will see you in different energies and they will read it as the false the divine sent you. So you be blocked from the blinders, like you have the blinders on. So you'll say, no, they was choppy. They were this and they were that. You know, you're judgmental and you're making more sense. You're judgmental and you're falling into more disarray. Every day you open your fat lips. Fat head. Fat head. It's so funny to me. I be like, yo, and people gonna keep on trying. You don't get it yet. You still don't get it yet. It's about letting the things that in your flesh make you feel certain ways, letting it pass. Yeah, it came in. That don't mean you had to respond to it. The phone, you on the phone, you arguing. Why you still talking? Hang the phone up. Hang the phone up. Put it on the hook. Put the phone on the hook. Crazy, yo. I be vibing, yo. I be vibing. I be like, yo, what the hell is going on, B? Should be ill for me, man. I be loving it though, because you get to watch divine. This is comprehension. Once you start graduating levels, you are putting down aspects of your flesh, but you can't exist without that. So when the deaths come in, when you die and you go through these layer deaths inside of you, this is for the glory of the Most High. So when you die for the divine, you get that replaced with the light body. That's a whole new shell inside there. It's a whole new wraparound. Like somebody just rewrapped your car with a new design. You like, oh, that shit fresh. Yeah, that shit fresh. That shit fresh to death. Facts. See, I don't pick up conduits. I don't need to pick up no conduits when I read. I really tap in. And I've been trying to teach y'all and tell y'all over a period of time through divine knowledge and divine awareness for the glory of the Most High. I've been trying to show you that divine is trying to strengthen these particular light signals inside of you. I did a diagram and showed you through incremental science how this stuff was coming into you and showing you that they speak to different particular energies that manifest through the characteristics of your being or your existence through your ancestors. I was trying to show you what this actually means. And people keep putting shit in between you and the divine. The divine created something in between you and him already, which was your flesh. That was the grounding energy. The positive energy was the light. You have to ground it. This is why you have a body. This is why it's called negative. It had nothing to do with being wrong, even though you do wrong things with your body. That is the contrast to the true value. The value was really for you to ground. This is why you got this parts of your hands and the bottom of your feet. It's for grounding. So you had a negative charge created a flesh that held the light. So it held the light, so therefore it can conduit between the two. And this went into the earth. This was grounding. So outside of that would have been positivity. Why are you putting inanimate objects in between you and the divine? Why are you putting more negative outside of you between you and the divine? Double negatives will never work on anything. It's a fact. It fuses out the cell, crashes the energy together, and it fuses out to where you have to fall victim to the particular values of the system. Come on, wake up. I'm telling you this. I'm showing you this. I put years into this. This is downloads, the profit of me following what divine is actually telling you in real time. Following my first thought, I'm listening. Please support the stream. All donations in the aspect of divine serving this purpose going through me is service to the divine. It's going to allow me to tap into these things better. Please support the stream, especially if you get something from it. I really would appreciate it. All praise due to the Most High. All praise due to the Most High. APDTTMH. Hashtag. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to do this real quick. So, hashtag APDTTMH. There we go. So that is available if you come into the chat. Like, what is that? All praise due to the Most High. You already know the vibes. Naga. So that's the point. Find out how to connect to divine. So therefore, you can become the Naga of your life. You are all Naga. You are all the points in between. You are all the wisdom in between 2 points of existence. No matter what you're trying to do, like, and you know what's crazy? People don't know that they Naga. Everybody don't know that they Christos. Everybody don't know that they Christ. Like, everybody's Christ. There's not no one Christ. Everyone's Christ. Everyone created in the universal print. Everyone created under the universal pretense was Christ. This was the reason for them mixing up everything. This is why they need to mix it up, because they want to have other energies particularly attached to the value. This is why they kept coming up with this understanding, talking about adding a new olive branch to the tree. This is what they meant. This is why they started mixing everything. Bro Kalai was speaking on this in the scientific forum last night. Bro Kalai was talking about the 20 extra strands that actually was added to one. We had actually we was 20. It's you get 23 from both parents. The chromosomes 23 from both parents. One cancels out, so it leaves you with how he broke that shit down. I can't remember. Go check out Bro Kalai last video last night. It's just fire. Shout out to my brother Kalai, my Amin Ra. You know what I'm saying? Bro be on the scientific value crazy, speaking straight divine knowledge. What? So I'm trying to intel all this to you. I'm trying to show you how all this connect in the same particular value. Talking about why you do this, why you do that. Don't question me, question divine. I get to. That's why I get to do it. Just like you get to be an idiot. I get to do what I get to do. Why don't you smile or go hug somebody? Anyway, I don't know where that came from. It came out of left field. Bye-bye. Yo, the knowledge be so deep. Yo, the knowledge be so on point. People be like, yo, look at this, look at that, look at that. I'll be like, y'all remember days when I just meditated, right? Excuse me. I remember days I was meditating and it was pressure. Like I'll be meditating in the sun because the sun got weight to it, right? So the actual light has weight to it, but you run around grabbing other weights. I lift weights too, but this is a comprehension understanding. I would meditate and I would do this for years and years and years and sit under the sun. Never worked out. I probably would do a few things, but not like a lot. You know what I'm saying? My body just boom, 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 boom. Immaculate. It was like perfection. My brother was like, yo, he was reborn. Look at it. He did it. It shocked people. It shocked people. My mother was like, I don't like it. You don't look well. I don't look well. What are you talking about? I look wonderful. I look outstanding. What are you talking about? I've never looked this good in my life in entirety. Less than 1% body fat. Every single muscle was showing. Body was young. Hair was curly, popping everywhere. Beard was out. It was my first transformation. That was my Super Saiyan 1. Matter of fact, it wasn't even my Super Saiyan 1. It was like when Goku would charge up and he would get like the energy. You know what I'm saying? I remember walking out of the woods with a 355 pound red cedar tree. It was long, it was tall. I was carrying it by the notches. I had it pressed against my neck. The branch was stabbing me in my neck. But I prayed for divine to act and let me carry it because I like cedar, and I was going to chop it up. I was going to saw it up, get the chips, and put the chips around my cabin. And then I was going to use it for burning wood and stuff like that and to make stuff with because it smelled so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had carried it. I had to carry it like 2 football fields out of the woods. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there wondering because at the time I didn't know the weight of it. They're like, how do you know the weight of it? Because a homeboy of mine who lived up the road from me at the time, he used to work on carrying, he used to work on the trucks that put the light poles in the ground for the electricity. You know what I'm saying? So he had a truck that had a weight. You know what I'm saying? It had a truck that had the strap on it that picks up poles, and it weighed the poles to make sure they was accurate weight to go in the ground. So he weighed the tree for me. 350, 355. He was like, ain't no way in hell you carried this shit out of the woods. I was like, yeah, I carried it. I had to stop a couple times because shit was dumb heavy, but I still carried it out of the woods. And when I was getting closer to the cabin, that's when my adrenaline started pumping. I was like, we almost there. I'm calling divine the whole, and I carry it and I go all the way through. And I get up to the cabin and I drop this big ass tree on the ground. Boom! Fact. No exaggeration. I was living on the land at one point with no lights, no running water, living by fire, eating fresh grown foods out of the ground, smoking the bud that I grew, and I was growing some fire. Shit that had blue in it. It was like blue and purple. No bullshit. It's a couple people who came to see me when I was out there doing these things. This was a level. So I was able to understand these levels. I was taking these classes years ago. Years ago. This ain't new. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just, oh, tomorrow he just popped it. Nah, I've been doing this shit for ID. I've been doing this shit for ID. You know what I'm saying? And I gravitate to the powerfulest. That was strengthening my radars. That was strengthening my that was strengthening my Dragon Ball Z scouter. I was able to see energy where the energy was. I'm like, yo, do. I'm tapping in. I'm tapping in. And the more I would do these things, the more I would put myself in these different predicaments, these different situations, going through these different experiences. I'm running towards the light the whole time. The whole time. It was never a conversation for me if it was real or not. Shit, how dumb can you be? It's sitting outside. You can't be that much of an idiot to not understand that all praise due. That's the hashtag in the chat right there. APDTTMH. Facts. All praise due in every single aspect. You don't need a book for that. You came under that energy. You came under that energy, and everything else was created inside of this. That tells you right there that you are the wisdom in between these 2 points of existence. That is Naga. That was the new formalization of the terms they was trying to get you to stay away from. Why do you think they put a negative term on what snakes be? Oh, it's like the serpent. It's this. It's evil. It's that. Because they don't want you to figure this shit out. And why you not figuring it out, they trying to trade places with you. Everybody and their mom, you ain't never seen so many people pop up with vitiligo in your life. It was an experiment back in the day. It was like one in a million. Now it's like everybody it's an outfit. You're going to look up and you're going to be sick and non-melanated, non-universal. Sitting there like, yo, what happened? I don't go in the sun. It hurt. Yeah, because you like to go to the doctor. You love what these people got to say for you. You don't trust in divine. You don't believe in divine. They got you believing that divine is a myth. They got you believing that the Most High is something false when everything under the attribute of anything still reflects to the value of its existence. Everything under this sun is here because it's under this sun. The sun is here because it's in a predicament to serve a purpose. That is high frequency understanding. That is a waypoint I had to download. And I'm meditating outside under a tree with the sunlight hitting me, and I felt my light get bright like I came out of a pocket of myself. while myself was sitting there and I'm watching this light come out of me, and I had an imagination of thought out of the blue for no reason. I just shot from this pocket outside of me, and it came from my solar plex. That was crazy. The pocket opened up on my solar plex. That's why you see me looking down, because I remember the motions I was moving when I was having this download or whatever was taking place. You call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? I call them vision. Sometimes I'm in another dimension. Sometimes I feel like I leave a dimension by sitting in this dimension, not even getting up off my feet. Like I literally go into the next dimension without walking to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a spot and my vibration just opens up a key and then I'm somewhere else. Anyway, back to the point. My solar plex opens up. I see my light come out and go to the sun. I'm meditating the whole time, seeing my alpha waves pulse. As I'm breathing, my alpha waves are moving. I see that I'm in some form of moisture. My light gets to the sun, retracts backwards. The ray, the light ray, my light and myself is walking on the light rays of the sun to get into the sun, get to the sun as a direction. I get to the waypoint where the sun is here. That waypoint, now for some reason, my light automatically looks behind or from the direction that the sun is shining from, the refraction. I see the dome. I see the sun increase from that value. I start walking towards the dome. I'm walking on the light rays. I'm walking on the light rays. I get to the dome. I'm touching the dome like this. And I'm wondering if I can walk through it. I push my hand through it. It does the matrix shit, turns the water. My hand goes through it with no problem. Something stops me from going through. Something stops me from going through. I pull my hand back like a feeling says, all right, now you know you can go through there. And I go back. This shit about to rock, y'all. You know you can go through there now. And I go back. I've been holding this download for a few days. Been wanting to say it, but the frequency had changed, been in the way Divine was basically telling me to hold it until I got the clear understanding of what was taking place. The reason why I was being reshifted, the reason why my Rubik's Cube was being spent around in my head for a minute, the reason why the Lego blocks was being reshifted. Everything, all the Tetris pieces was being put in different motions now. They had restarted the game. They had to put some more in it. They had to put some more in it, strengthen the walls, the fortify the kingdom. What you fortifying it for the all praise due. Being the being inside, now I'm the being that's inside. That's recognizing the light, not a king no more. I'm the being, going back to be from the king. I'm rising from the king. I'm feeling the pressure in my head. My stones is trying to formulate. They're trying to form to one crystal. Like, what are you talking about? Realize your lives are real lies. 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 Don't be surprised. Look in your eyes. Realize your lives are real lies. Realize your lives are real lies. Realize your lives are real lies. Don't be surprised. Just look in your eyes. Just realize your lives are real lies. Realize your lives are real lies. Divine send them. Divine send them. It goes in them. Divine send them. It went in them. Divine send them in them. Divine send it. It went in. He called it innocent. But what I said in is still in them. Woo! What I said in is still in them. If they don't be listening, I bring an end to them. If they don't be seeing, I bring an end to them. And they don't remember, I bring an end to them. What? I ain't even listening to me right now. You ain't even listening to me right now. You can't even hear me. It's like I'm speaking other things. It's like I'm speaking other stuff. Shit crazy. Straight conversation go to a whole nother plane of existence in the motion. They be like, yo, why that felt like that? It's like tickle your fancy, put a spark under the flame, Put a spark under the flame. Woof. Expansion. Expansion. Get enhancements. Start understanding. Bring forth wisdom. This is the Naga. Start moving like the serpent through the system. Start understanding how to go from the bottom. How I'm gonna start flying. I'm already flying. How you gonna fly? I already start flying. Start to get the connect from the caboose. The caboose give them gas, and the gas change over. Now the situations is different. In the meditation, every day, open up the sky. Now I face it. Now I'm flying through this. Now he blazing, connected. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 suns in the sky. Open up the solar plex. They be like, yo, what's going on in the world? Is it cooking? Now we glowing. Sun time. We about to change. They ain't knowing. 2 suns, 3 suns. Everything in this turns to one. All the planets align around the mind, the main. Burn away everything that's not. You watch the tangible turn to flame. Not even a remembrance. Won't even be a day. Because now you are what supplies the energy for the universe. Expansion blows. Boom. Suns get cast. Cast around. Cast. They say cast away. They didn't want to leave. They didn't want to stay. They tried to be. They wanted to be them. So they tried to replace. Look at their face. They say, what is he saying? He moving fast. It's a haste. Trying to understand, can't understand him. And that is what I am, because I am wisdom. I am wisdom. As I come from my bottom chakra and rise up through my middle brain and go to my head. It ain't how I sit, it is how I said. Start to rise up on that. Relax like you laid in a bed, but open up yourself to rise. Look into your eyes. Don't be surprised. Just realize your lives are real lies. Realize your lives are real lies. Realize your lives are real lies. Don't be surprised. Just look in your eyes. Realize your lives are real lies. Realize your lives are real lies. And I know it ain't gonna really hit, because they don't want it to hit. They like, yo, dude be talking about, yo. I ain't feeling that right there. Yo, what do you see said? He ain't even got, you don't even know what I got. You don't even know what's gonna be. You don't even know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Shout out to my bro, Kalai Amin Ra. That's the guard right there. You know what I'm saying? Always connected. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never met him, but connected. His old brother. You already know the vibes. You know what I mean? Go check him out. Bro be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a lot of queens that be on it too. I'm trying to spark the fire to get them to let loose. So as soon as I get y'all to let go, drop off the cliff, just fall. You divine beings. All that lighting, you ain't gonna do no but soar up. You worrying about the animals. What you gonna change to? What kind of power you gonna shoot with rays? You gonna shoot out your hands? What kind of business you gonna start? What kind? Man, look, I'm trying to tell you something. When you are the gravity, when you become the sun, when you are the waypoint, everything gravitates towards you. All that attention. Don't be trying to look for the likes, the commas, and the mentions. Just it'll all gravitate to you. You got to worry about serving the divine principle of all things, not no correspondent to how people perceive these things. These people don't know. Divine say they only gonna scratch the surface. That means you're gonna call it everything else under. You're gonna be the main one slang banging everything. You're gonna be the main one slang banging everything. That means you're gonna get what you hear and twist it up how you want to make it fit to sound good. We ain't doing none of that. We inventing, we reinventing, we destroying processes, period. We dog walking shit out here. It's over. I don't know what y'all think this is. It's over. It's done. Because once I get it, everybody get it. I'm like a transformer. When I spit, we all spark. All spark. The spark of life, the all spark that he give to the transformer so they can change into their joint. I'm like a transformer. When I spit, we all spark. I felt some type of way because they was taking my energy and they wasn't transforming. So yeah, I spoke against it. Ain't no Decepticoning. Ain't no Decepticoning. Ain't no being deceptive and conning. We ain't doing that. We straight Autobots. What? We straight Autobots out here. We get that energy and we automatically change. When I spit, we all, I'm like a transformer. When I spit, we all spark. You're supposed to automatically feel that divine energy. They throwing that ish in your face, playing with you, rubbing in your face like, you got boogers. You got boogers. Look, you got on your face. Look, it's on your face now. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. They're like, look at it. It's on you. Bomberas. Bomberas clata. You got a book on your face, B. Hold on, you got glass in your face. Come here. Like, yo, what he be talking about, yo? What he be talking about? What he be saying, yo? I don't know what he mean, though. Like, this shit feel fire. I make your baby shit. Come around, make your baby go. Start farting and shit. They be like, what's that? Then they be happy, like, yeah, you got that energy about you, right? Yeah, you made her get this going. Yes, right. You got all that bullshit out you, right? Yeah, that energy be strong. It put pressure on that false energy. It shrinks the bullshit that's attacking the body. So when that high, heavy, double crown Taurus energy come in and start crushing that energy around the body, automatically your system starts shutting down and squeezing, pushing that bullshit out so we can get that divine energy because it's thirsty on that divine energy. That's why. It work more with the babies because they more innocent. It's more fragile with them, so they still more connected. So when that high energy come around them, that's their response. Shit, fart, piss. Let me get this shit out of me real quick. I need that divine energy I just came from. I've been swimming in water. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Support the stream. What are you talking about? I don't know what he talking about. Yo, this shit divine, yo. Facts. Fitted acts. Told you, yo, I've been stepped into that. I stepped into that room when I came out the Akashic Records. I stepped into a room. Every time I think about it, I'm looking at it. It's like I'm at the bottom of me. It's like I'm at the bottom of me, but I see sigils on the wall. I've been reading from the ankles up. I've been reading. I'm like in the calves right now. I'm reading the calves and the thighs. I'm still going back over the feet, understanding what these sigils. I'm like, yo, what does this mean? If y'all been noticing that some of the last bill, I've been speaking on stability and grounding in your feet. It's been speaking to a value, and the more it's coming through, it's telling me something. It's telling me comprehension. It's telling me how to comprehend these sigils that's inside. We only see them one way. So the way my mind can retrospect the value of the information coming in, it's only speaking it to the value of the things I have in comprehension to the way I can speak, the words I actually can use. But as this happening, you notice the speed is taking place. You'll notice the conversations go faster. It's intermission. It's intermediates. It's all these things taking place. You know what happened? And divine is helping me comprehend. Woo! Divine help me comprehend. Godhead. Say it with your chest. Godhead. Voice. Metatron. They even tried to give Metatron that name. Decepticon. There's Metatron. Man, ain't no damn Metatron. Autobots, nigga. Wake up. Optimus. Primal. Prime. I had homeboys I grew up was named. One of my homeboys was named Prime. He had his main man that was called Real. You know what I'm saying? It's like Divine was talking to me through all this. It's like, yo, my homeboys Prime and Real. That shit sound fire just saying it. Now watch how many niggas go take it. My name Prime, son. My name Real. Reinvent the value, yo. Reinvent the value, son. Go ahead, reinvent the value, young. You already know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like my team was crazy back in the day, and I didn't even realize it until like years ago. I sit down and look at my homies' names. There was so much mathematical, divine energy just in the gods I was walking with. You know what I'm saying? We was deep too. We was like 30, 40 strong every day. Yo, we was so deep. This shit was retarded. And we used to be boxing. We used to be out on Lexington Boulevard. No bull. We'd be on Lex, right? In front of Giannis bar. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be out there with the gloves. 2 o'clock in the morning, thumping, ping, 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 doing it. Like we be doing it. Police come through. What y'all doing out here? You throw the gloves on the ground. Like, what's good? Take that badge off. We're a friendly boxing match. What y'all ain't doing? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Where you going? And some of them put the gloves on. They'd come chill and watch. But someone put the gloves on. We used to get it shaking, yo. We used to get it shaking, yo. It's facts. Mad of us. Even the females would get it shaking. They put the gloves on, be out there like bing, 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 bing. You know what I'm saying? Like you learned your skill, learned your craft. You felt good thumping with people who cared. And everybody loved you. Everybody loved you. The whole crew. Got 40 motherfuckers strong loving you. What? And y'all all together, you knew everybody's name. And we load up, we go places. You hear like 10 car doors. Everybody packed in the cars. We riding out. Yeah. That's how I grew up, yo. That's how I grew up. And I was dolo. I wasn't even around none of my brothers, none of that. You know what I'm saying? They was down south. I was up north. You know what I'm saying? First time a lot of things happened that was real for me happened like that. And I didn't get a chance to look back through my life and see divine in all of that. Electrical, I was shooting electrical bolts out of my hands, lightning come out my hands at different times. Didn't even know why or how. Long bolts like this. Long bolts like this. I got witness, homeboy that was with me, like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you, B? I'm like, yo, what? He like, yo, the electrical came out your hand. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Divine's always been there showing me the electromagnetism. Divine was always showing me the spiritual connection to the gases in the body, the natural golden, the highest, purest form of the gas in the body that travels through the 33 vertebrae called the golden oil. The thing they try to hide out of because it's a literal gas. It's going to connect. It's going to condense into a fuel that's going to spark you as a sun once you let it travel around the 33 vertebrae. It's supposed to do it once a month. That's why they changed the times to knock off the time it's supposed to travel up and down the system. So we get a universal boost for the sun that's supposed to purify this value. This is DNA untangling. You know what you is yet? You don't even know what you is, but you carry a solar plex. You don't even know what you is. You know your thoughts come into fruition. You know your thoughts can be dampened. You know you got a third eye. You know you travel through the ethers. You know you can you know you could do these different particular things and still ain't put a capstone on what you actually is yet. Like you're not looking at it. You talking about aliens and this and that and all that. You don't even know what you is yet. But you keep dealing with mechanics. You keep dealing with you keep dealing with robots. You keep dealing with like so we're robots. Nobody said you was a robot. I told you if you've been studying what I've been teaching, it was 444 when I started on this. It was 444 crazy, right? Science show. I love it. I love it. So when I was taking you through this shit before, I was telling you how elements happen. I also was telling you how the contrastal value to everything natural, everything divine do natural, they make the contrastal value to it. And they try to show you the power. It's like a power struggle. You know what you are yet? You're the automatic. You're the automatic universal creation. You were put together automatically. This is why everything else is put together manually. I'm getting goosebumps. You were put together automatically. That means you are purpose. That means you are purpose. That means you are purpose. That means you are choice. It gets deep. It gets real deep. It goes to a whole nother echelon. And I don't need to scratch onto that right there because y'all ain't really ready for that smoke yet. You know, feelings gonna get a lot hurt. with those topics. Feelings gonna get real hurt, and you can't, it's nothing you can do about that. You just got to feel how you feel, but automatically, automatically, and y'all been hearing me say automatically, automatically. I'm telling y'all, divine making me comprehend this shit. I've been saying this for a minute. They've been getting pieces like they come in as light rays from the farthest stretch, and then the first one that's the farthest out hit you first. So that might be a word you use a lot and don't know why you're using that word all of a sudden, and then it changes and you get in this frequency and it gets closer. Then you start comprehending the value and you've been saying it for a while, but then it comes to change. It just changed just then. Because I was saying automatically, automatically. I said Autobots, and then I said divine creates some things automatically. It's an automatic creation without the interpretation of thought. It's just an automatic creation of the energy. This is where some people do not get the understanding of forever living. You are automatically creating when the existence of the divine came through the ether. You are automatically created. That means you was one of the main beings next to the light source standing as the creation flung across the universe to comprehend everything in its value. Why do I think of how the divine come when I think of it as an idea of how the the energy came through the ethers? I actually see something like I was there, like I have a memory of it. Why do I see it in all its glory? The most gloriousness you never seen ever. The most gloriousness you never seen ever. I was there. I was there. At different levels of existence, I was flung through space and time and existed. I was there. Formulated on the farthest attribute of how far light flung out to this end. I'm still there. I'm here now. Trying to remember these things be deep though. But then you put in the visions that you see, you're taking the falsification of what they're told to you that they are, and you're putting them in the places that they need to be. Most of your memories are not imaginations, they're memories. Imagination to help you separate the value of how your mind comes. This is a computer that stores stuff. That's what it does. It's placed behind your eyes to record what's out of you. So how is it not taking pictures? But I want to believe it do something else because somebody else told me. Nah, what's happening is those imaginations are your memories. Started shaking the foundation of the existence. Started shaking the foundation of the comprehension, perplexing the value. Started pulling away from me holding on to anything that had anything to do with an understanding that had something to do with this circumstance that we're in. No, I cannot keep playing with myself like that. What do you believe? I believe I was a creation. I believe I was created. More than that, I was automatically brought into fruition. Hello? Can I hear you now? Let me call my damn phone tomorrow. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me now? Bitch, I never said nothing. Let me call my damn phone, no automated shit. And then they try, you see how they try to steal it just now? See how Divine just fed that into me real quick? Like, yo, and they done took the word and flipped it on us to make us feel like we calling them, that's an automated call. Get the hell out. That ain't no automated call. That's a Decepticon call. That's a Decepticon call. Yeah, that's the facts. We about to start changing this shit back. Follow my lead. Follow my lead. If you hear me, please follow my lead. We about to change this ish back. The fact though, they ain't automatic nothing. That didn't automatically come into fruition. You Decepticon created and send that ish at me. It ain't automatically nothing. You see how they trying to play with the divine, yo? Y'all see that? That's crazy. Everything is a sin, yo. Everything. That's how even how they place the words and shit. Like, yo, what are you doing? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? Yeah, what they talking about? Like, they be bugging. Be bugging, bugging. Be bugging. What was that? What was that? Ice Cube? We be thugging. Something. Nothing. And we be thugging. And then somebody came up with a song. We be grubbing. We be grubbing. Everything in the store. We be eating. I be loving. You ain't never seen. I ain't never seen that. Y'all remember back in the day they used to have like sploofs to like like TV joints, you know, like music, like Weird Al, what was his name? Weird Al Yankovic used to always contrast Michael Jackson, and it was crazy because Devon was showing me in a funny way before I got hit with the negative shit in the life. That's what I was about to walk into, because I would be young and I would like it. I would be like, yo, they made this. Yo, they made that. Yo, you see this? He got beat it, yeah, beat it, and he got eat it, yeah, eat it. Uh, like it's crazy. He'd be like, you know, I'm bad, you know it. And he'd be like, you know, I'm fat, you know it. So then the world started going in this direction. And I was actually watching this contrast take place. It was like Michael Jackson was talking a certain energy, and they had the contrast to it every time. And it's some white dude with curly hair with glasses, funny looking, no style, no class. Everything was off about him, but he was the contrast of Michael Jackson. He was trying to make him the contrast, and it was there. Wow, the Angels is like, yo, they hit me. I got hit with the horn just now. Like, burr, it's going off. Look, y'all can't even hear it. I know y'all can't hear it. I sound stupid right now. Like, look, can y'all hear it? It's going off right now. Yo, it's in the right ear. It's like hitting me hard. Maybe they trying to send the powers. They like, make them stop talking. You can't stop the divine. Or this is strengthening me right now to go stronger. Either or, either way. If it's good, it's for me. If it's not, I don't care because it ain't gonna touch me. You know that? Here, 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 here. I am Naga. I am Naga. I am Naga. I am the wisdom in between 2 points of existence, the earth and the ethers. You already know the vibes, baby. We cooking over here. And yo, you better come through and get this juice. I'm telling you, yo, get this juice right now. Yo, this shit is coming through. Yo, divine pouring it straight through the top. From the beginning of time, yo, baby, doing this situations like this, you got to look for the balance of everything. One thing is created in the right value. The next thing comes out of nowhere, and it comes out of nowhere, and it destroys the original creation, the automatic value. It's the Decepticons to the Autobots. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy, yo. Yo, it's crazy, B-Lo. This shit is really hitting me right now because it's like I'm comprehending everything. It's like that was an old thought that I needed. Divine has always been in my life since I was a youth. Before I even knew Divine was working me with this, he was working with me before I even comprehend I was being worked on. You know what I'm saying? Like Divine has always been there. Like I remember I used to climb to the top of the tree and be holding on to a branch. The very top, like the very smallest branch, I'll be up there. And I'm so little. So my weight wasn't that heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be holding on to the little branch and the wind to blow. We'll lean all the way. I get scared thinking I'm gonna fall. Like, ooh, shit. Why I got this fear in my heart right now? I'm about to fall. Be scary, like you know what I'm saying, because you know ain't no more place to climb up. You can't climb up no more. I would go so high, it would be at that part of the tree where you scared to step down because of how flexible the tree is. You know what I'm saying? But I would go daredevil. I would go all the way up there, and I would get there, and I'll be in the wind, and I'll be way up at the looking at all over. I'll be looking over all the trees. I'll be like, yo, I'm way up here. I'm way up here, yo. Like I'm scared. Like yo, I'm way up here. And I would do it anyway. Like, no, I was scared and I was terrified to do it. I would still do it anyway. And another thing I hated, I would hate coming down, right, and jumping out the tree because I was so little, and my feet would hit the ground and it would sting. I was like, it would sting when my feet hit the ground because I would land both feet flat. You know what I'm saying? So it would sting when I would land on the ground. So I didn't like the impact of that going like I would feel it like go in. I was like, I hate the feet stinging though. And I climb back up it again. I do this shit until I got tired of doing it. It was like almost like I wasn't used to being on earth. And the only way I could feel good unless I got up in the air. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it was like somebody tried to stop that or take that from me in some particular values because I lost my hearing. You know what I'm saying? I lost my hearing when I was young. And I still don't know how or what really happened. My father said I died. He said I died at 6 months old and came back to life. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't know more. I don't know much about that story because nobody really told me the truth of really what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't have no proof about anything of what happened. I can remember from the age of 3 on for some reason. Like I got a sharp memory from the age of 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can remember a lot of shit from that age. Like heavy remember. Like, nah, I know what happened. I was there. I was 3, but I remember. And I can almost recall some words people said at these particular times. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how sharp my memory is on things that matter. But like for some reason, it's like right before 3, everything is a wipeout. Everything's a wipeout. Like I don't remember nothing. Like I possibly did die and I had to be rebooted or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like weird like that. So yeah, like I believe divine is, and see me saying that just speaks to the value. Because if what he says is 100% true, and I died when I was 6 months old, that means divine brought me back and was training me from that point on because I didn't have the option to live. Somebody took that option from an innocent, from the NI sent, and it was placed in something that could not deal or fight for itself. So I'm gonna make this thing capable of fighting everything in existence. I'm gonna make this one right here because you took from his start. I'm gonna make him be able to fight everything in existence. That's mine right there. Nobody told you to touch that. I remember I was young and me and my mom was having a conversation, and I said some ill shit to her, and she said, "No, that's not true," but I knew it was true. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was true with all of my being. I said, "You always talk about how men treated you and da 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 da. So that means you pray for love, right?" And she said, "Yeah." So I was like, "Divine gave you me and gave you my brother, right? So that means you got what you wanted. So why you don't take care of me like you love me?" And she'll like, "I do love you, but that's not how it happened." I'll be like, "What you mean? I love you." It's almost like you cry for, it's like you cry for 3 boats to save you, and the divine send you what he know is best for you, but because you want it how you want it, you know what I'm saying, you don't get what divine give you. So the first boat got people partying on it, and they got music, and it's hip hop stars, and everybody shining, and you feel inadequate, and you like, nah, that's not for me. I'm not gonna go with that. So they're like, all right, and they pass on the yacht. And then the next one is another boat, a bunch of alcoholics and crackheads. You know what I'm saying? They up there, they smoking, they got the whole cloud on the boat. Motherfuckers on the top level smoking weed. They don't give a shit, the whole shit. And they like, hey man, you want to ride? You can ride with us. They like, nah, I ain't fucking with y'all neither. Y'all got too much going on. And then the last one come be old bum, dirty motherfucker. Ain't got nothing going on with himself. He got a little teeny small raft. And it's just, but it's moving though. And it get you where you got to go. But you look at it and you say, that's not enough for me. I need something better than that. And you said, Divine, I've been asking you to tell, I've been asking you to help me. I've been asking you to send me, I've been asking you to give me what I need. And you look at that and you say, Divine, look at that. And Divine say, well, I sent you the yacht. I sent you this and I sent you that. You ain't want to get on none of them because you was judgmental. You judge. I told you not to deal with that. I sent you what you asked for, but you didn't want to take what I sent you. So you got nothing now. Now you got to deal with nothing. That's the same story of saying when you had disobedience with the divine, I strip you of all my power. I strip you of all the universal principle. So now you wondering why shit leaving you. It's being stripped. You chose to go against divine. You chose to go against the Most High. You chose to deal with disobedience. You did not see what was given to you in all of its unconditional love until its value of satisfying whatever request you had at some point when you cried with the sincerity of your heart. You cried for it. You begged the Most High to fix something. And when he fixed it for you, you turned it away. You threw it away. You treated it like trash and you lied about it. And you're still lying about it. And you're stealing from it. And you're manipulating. And you're living everything in disobedience on my name. As far as my life exists, divine gonna make you pay. Disobedience never reigns supreme for no one. That should move you far left. Because you disregard the system, the situation that gave you existence. The energy, the light, whatever you want to call it, that brought you here to allow you to be the asshole you is every day. And while you live in disobedience, and while you go against the Most High, and you throw away the light that's given to you to give you life, you are being stripped of all your divine pretenses and aspects that will allow you to see anything divine has to say for you. This is what's going on every day. There's no plane that will stop it. There's no dust you can throw in the goddamn sky. There's no fire you can light. There's no candle you can burn. You are a fool. All praise due to the Most High. Respect. Got you even fool. Pray through my son. Pray through my son right there. That's my son right there. I see it every day. I'm going to speak through the sun. Respect. Amasu empa entra sauk. Su eminra empa entra. Awu ra. Maketi pa heru ra. Nupa nuku. Nupa nuku nuka. Pa nuka ku nuka. Pa nuka ku. Play with it. You're wasted. They tell you when you're drunk, you get wasted. You know what happens to your light when you drink? You know what happens to the seed, the spiritual seed that rises every month to help purify? Because see, what is seed? Seed got oil in it, right? Natural seeds got oil in it. They even got chemicals in them that can make you sick, like cyanide, right? This is the seeds that got around the earth. You can use these seeds to produce what? You can use these seeds to also produce fuel, right? So you have a divine seed inside of you that travels your circumference and sits and rests in your solar plex. You know what kills that seed? Alcohol does. Now you're wasted. You wasted the seed. You get wasted, then you wasted and wasted the seed. Jacking off, busting off on your knees. You get wasted. You got drunk. You got wasted, then wasted your seed. But you can't destroy what's going towards the divine energy. You cannot hurt what is striving and striving through all of iniquity, through the valley or the shadow of death, through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil because I'm being guided by divine. They left out that line. Let's connect the dots, baby. Let's start putting the words where they're supposed to go. Take the power from what they want them to be as they are speaking in their power of what you are. There's no automated calls. That's a Decepticon call. That's a deceiving con call. Because they're trying to con you to listen to them for a few minutes to get you to sign a couple things. Con, right? Once you signed it, you made it on the paper, you said it, you can't go against it now. I got you in paper. I got you in sacrifice. The ink, right, is blood. The paper is the flesh. They got you writing sigils on death. That's why I say what I said about the book. They killed trees that give you air, created it into something else. This is alchemy. Then they made pens in the retrospect that bled. They bled ink. Ink came from what? Came from a body of something. It is not things you can have. You are recreating natural things. It's still the blood, the juice of fruit. It's still the blood of fruit. It doesn't make a difference. You squeezing it out of a shrimp or out of an octopus or wherever you get it from or wherever you make it, out of a rock, out of the sap from a tree, out of ashes. I don't give a damn. It's still the remnants of something that came from a natural pretense. It's still the blood. Your energy and your fruition, you writing this, you are scripting, you are scribing, you are spelling, you are writing this is abomination. To make it in a simpler form, what if I was just to remove your flesh, clean it, the fat off on the inside, dried it out, and just started writing it as paper? Made me a book and sold the books for $5.99. Abomination. But if we take it a step farther, you won't even be bothered. But you like a leather book, though, something that got feeling to it. It's the idea and the intention to it. Take it back from what this world is trying to do. Walk away from their processes that they make equal for all of you. They make their processes equal for all of you just so you can dive into the thought pattern of walking away. I don't need you to do the actual thing. I just need you to have it in your way. So then I can say, divine, ask them if they chose to go against and the question of real of how it be described from how the light seen. Yeah, you satisfy something that had nothing to do with divine, but it came off of an understanding of something that was defiling divine to be defined in demon time. 11, 11, 11. 111 on the clock right now as we reach this precipice. Take all the shots you want, Ace, will never miss. Pow, pow. It's crazy, yo, that you won't try to strengthen what you are. It's like the pride of the fact of being in divine guidance has lightened, and you want to be something that was never heightened to its highest ability. So you're never peace, you're never calm, you're never in civility, always erratic, always disturbed, always iniquity. Look at life for what it is and see all of the missing pieces, how you live and thrive in the box of good and bad, two of the same energies, like you had to choose. While you serve one, you are so confused because the weight of the scale is still balanced. Only when you balance the fact of understanding that they don't serve you is when you walk in divine. How many times? Not once or twice. This is a lifeline. Then you build the electricity because you follow the entity that gave you the creation just to be. I was automatically known to walk this road because I would automatically do the right thing. Even if I failed to walk in a direction, I would feel the push and pull because it was against my entity. Knowing deep down inside of me, no matter what I would walk on through this iniquity, I would see that it wasn't fitting me. So if my flesh got confused and I did not know what to do, the information was sent to me. So I did not need a parent, did not need a guider. I just needed to have somebody to provide for the system that I would go through, because with the mentality that I had, I would rise up. That would surprise you because you thought I was going to follow up the same thing that was not inside the people that you watch fail and fall. I am not of them, I am of God, or whatever you want to call them. Follow the log. I call them the Most High because I have no words that can reach the precipice of how high this goes and understand. So I still feel like I'm disrespecting the name, even if I call him the divine. So I say, please, I beg your pardon when I reach to you at my highest thought pattern and call you divine. I apologize because my mind doesn't have the words to reply. And before I walk the wide and spacious road and call you what everybody else do, I will relinquish myself from being a follower and I will just follow you. The mentality is easy to separate the value. It's all in your attention, in your intention. What are you intending? Are you trying to prove to everybody else that you do this? Or are you doing this to prove it to yourself? How deep you can go in the rabbit hole. Fire, fire, fire. Rolling. He's like, yo, we can't let it go. It's too intense. It's too intense. Too intense. Too nuts. If I make a tent and I'm laying down and it's coming up, yeah, it's too nuts under them. Nah, I've been on my recession. I've been on my Retention. Hard body, yo. Hard body. Kick like a mule. You're like, yo, he be happy. Yep, I be happy. Happy, happy, happy. I be happy. I damn sure do. Despite the value, that's where I'm at with it. If win or lose, I'm gonna keep smiling because I start to comprehend how far the divine has been with me. And that's what I have to understand, how far the divine has always been in my life. So then you start counting all the good things divine has actually done to you because you can actually mathematically see how these processions are actually taking place. You can see the existence of it in your life, no matter what's going on. You can see the strength. You can see what people were trying to do to you. You can see the outcome of that. You can see how divine guided you. You can see the outcome of that. You can see when you was going left and how you was brought right. You can start seeing all these things when you pay the hell attention. But it's how you know people ain't really paying attention because y'all still running the shit to be like, hey, this is what I found over here. Like divine, just comprehend this one more time because I know that was a minute ago when I said this in this bill. Comprehend what I'm saying. You are a conduit of electricity, literally. You have this light inside of you, right? Which is the positive charge. You have the body, which has the battery tips on the hands and the feet for grounding. That is a negative charge. That means the body was created out of a negative charge. So you can't let the body run by itself. You can't just respond off how the body feels. That's telling you that high octane like. That's telling you screaming that shit out of you. Stop letting the body let you feel what I feel like. That's what the light saying is. Stop letting the body explain what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Some people are so locked in their head they only go off how they feel off the flesh. Right off the top, that's how you feel. Yo, that what you did, what you said. What you said, man. Man, shut up. You don't even know. How you work? Man? How much say? What? How much what said Somerset? I can't comprehend that, dog. That's on 30 levels below. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even I'm up here. I'm up here, B. You feel what I'm saying? I'm up on this type, I'm on this level right here. You dig me? Rah. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, yo, shit crazy, man. Shit crazy, yo. It's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing, man, to watch the whole thing spin around, right? And it constantly spin around, and you start to see why you released. You start to add in with the new comprehension that divine give you. It adds into the existence, and then you start to Lego block and put everything in procession. You start to see it like, yo, that happened. That oh, this I remember this time. Oh, that's why, because divine was doing this. Because the oh, yo, right, that's fire right there. That's how that happened. I see the I see and as soon as everybody else get on that plane, y'all gonna feel the same way. It's gonna come a little later though. You're gonna have to go down that street. But see, you know what's with the painful part for people who not listening to divine, who not trying to take this knowledge. When you gotta walk through this, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt because it's gonna you gotta like kill like 30 of you at one time. Like some people gonna lose their mind, yo. You know why? Because that's why I told you it's literal. This is a literal thing. It's y'all keep taking this as something that's floating around. It's floating. It's angelic. It's the mist. It's the light. You know what I'm saying? Like not that type of light. It's a different understanding, yo. Like y'all take it so unliteral. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, these are frequencies inside of you. You know what I mean? That exist that actually control parts of it. These are the synapses of electricity that flow through your whole being. We call them different things here, but see what people who haven't been learning the die and kill off these parts that's been added to you and release the innocent, the baby that you was that's buried under all that trash inside of what you think. You ain't learned to break that frequency from a root change from around them and put your little G on your shoulder and walk out there with them like, yo, I got my G. I got my G right here. You feel me? Yeah, this the G. This the G right here. Most High send me in here as I got this my youth right here. Look at him on my shoulder. Facts. You walking in that energy, you don't see the glow. I got that glow. Your body, I got that glow. And you feel it. I never know the words to that shit, yo. I know the sound. I never know the words, yo. What was that? That ain't Elder Barge. Was that Elder Barge? Elder Barge. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, yo, I'm telling you, man, it's ill, B. It's ill, yo. It's so ill, man. Like you start comprehending everything, and then people be like, God wasn't there for me. Why did he let this happen? Probably because your dumb ass over there talking about why did he let it happen. He had to get whoever young was around you from around your ass. Facts. Most time people ask questions, they don't see, they can't see. When people tell stuff and they ask questions about other things, it's because they don't want to look at what they did. I remember I was young, y'all. I was like 14, maybe like 15. And I remember riding my bike. And I remember having this conversation, yo, and it was like, well, why you really want to do that? And I was like, I don't know. That's what they're doing. But if I don't do it, this is, and then it was like, so fight for you. So I'd be like, yep, I ain't going. And I changed my mind. I might have said I was going to get some pizza or something, or I might go hang out with somebody or whatever. And I changed my mind. They'd be like, "You ain't never came." I'd be like, "I sure didn't. I went in the woods." And that's what I would do. I would make a detour. I would make a detour and go in the woods, and I would do what I did as a kid. I would climb to the top of a tree every single time, yo. Sometimes, yo, it's crazy, yo. As a young adult, I was doing that shit in my 20s. People would think I went somewhere and went and did something. Nah, I was in the hood. I found a tree. I climb a tree or whatever. They be like, yo, be on top of the tree, yo, at the top. And I be hoping nobody don't see me. Like, yo, they can see me. But you be so high up, people don't really look up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I be at the top of the tree, 30 something years old at the top of the damn tree. For real, yo. I ain't did that shit in a minute though. I ain't climbed. Last time I climbed the tree was, it's been a long time, yo. It's probably been about, I say it's been, did I climb a tree then? Yeah, I climbed those trees. Yeah, I did. I did. I climbed that tree. So it's been about 8 years, maybe no, probably like I say like 10 years since I climbed the tree. About 10 years since I climbed the tree. You know what I mean? But that's like it was a childhood pastime of mine that I would do. I fell out of a tree and hit every branch coming down. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. Like yeah, I did that. And just thinking about all the connections and how divine has been in my life through everything and realizing how divine has been in my life through everything. It gives you a whole nother understanding on how the connections actually work. But people are so butthurt behind certain things that happen to them, they don't realize that you still exist and you still have the option to go over. That shows you that it needs to be tweaked and done with some of our or some of the creations that came through happenstance. You got Autobots and you got Decepticons, baby. This is the signs and the symbols. Understanding what divine is doing. I ain't gonna hold you. We already walked past an hour. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But I hope this bill helped you in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? If you rock with your boy, please support the stream. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel, support me, support the divine. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna keep bringing you. And we just getting started, yo. I done dropped about over 1,000 plus videos and finally getting to some clarity, right? Some real divine clarity for me as far as how this is gonna actually change out, you know what I'm saying? And some other things took place. I ain't gonna if you watch the whole thing, then you already know. Some other things took place that just show me the seven signs and symbols, and that's dope. So you already know the vibes. Automatically, automatically it's about to be a whole nother 1,000, 2,000 clips of straight flame, yo. Like it's about to come. I got more because I see it. I keep saying I want to do the incremental science because I got so much in the noodle, yo. I gotta put it down. You know what I'm saying? I might can't use a poster board. Like I might need like a wall, yo. I might need like a big paper. I might need like a big paper, yo. And I can't even use a pen. I need like a Big paintbrush. I need a big paintbrush. I ain't gonna hold you though. I'm up out of here, yo. Naga.